children, continuing with chapter 8. Now if you see page 103 of a textbook, there are 3 questions in that, and we are going to discuss those questions. First question is, when will you say a body is in uniform, first is uniform acceleration and when it is non-uniform acceleration? First we just understand this. Suppose you are going on a highway at a speed of say 20 km per hour, okay, and after 10 minutes you increase your speed to 30 km per hour. Then after 10 minutes you increase your speed again to 40 km per hour. So in a way you are accelerating uniformly, you are increasing your speed uniformly. This is known as uniform acceleration. But suppose if you are in a market situation, sometimes you increase the speed of your vehicle, sometimes you decrease. So that is non-uniform acceleration. How to write this? If you just read page 103, it is there. Whatever the theory which has to be written for question number 1. Okay, so you read that, and then from that you just get the answer for this first question. Now the second and third questions we are discussing, and I'll do the first 2-3 steps, then you will finish the sum as homework. The first question is, a bus decreases its speed from 80 km per hour to 60 km per hour in 5 seconds. Find the acceleration of the bus. Now in physics, before you start the sum, always write whatever is given to you. So it decreases the speed from 80 to 60. So final velocity is 60 km per hour. Initially it was going at 80 km per hour. And time they have given us is 5 seconds. And as you know, formula for acceleration is A is equal to V minus U upon T. But can we use the formula directly? No, we can't. Because if you remember, the unit of our acceleration is meter per second square. So we have to convert this into meter per second and this also into meter per second. Then only we can use those values. And this, if you remember, I told you the other day, 60 into 5 upon 18. So whatever value you get, then you can use. Similarly, 80 into 5 upon 18. Here, when you divide it, you will realize that you will not get a perfect decimal. So up till 2 place of decimal is acceptable. Okay. So this one value you will get, this one value you will get, and this you will then substitute here. Here obviously whatever the answer will come, it will come in negative because V minus U upon T, and V as we can see is less than U. In fact, remember children, many times in a question it will be given the retardation is say 7 meter per second square. So when they give like this, it means they are basically giving acceleration and which is but minus 7 meter per second square. Okay? Even if they write it like this, it means they are giving this value because in retardation the acceleration is always negative. So this was question number 2. Now question number 3. A train starting from a railway station moving with a uniform acceleration attains a speed of 40 km per hour in 10 minutes. Find the acceleration. It is starting from a railway station. That means what is the U? Initial velocity. Initial velocity is our 0. And it attained a speed of 40 km per hour. So 40 km per hour, and time was 10 minutes. Again we have the formula, acceleration is equal to V minus U upon T. Now again we have to do 2 things here. This 40 you will have to convert into meter per second, and secondly this 10 minutes you will have to convert into seconds. Okay, so and then only you can substitute it there. Okay, so here the value will not be very much, it will be something very little. So this will be question number 3, page 103. Okay, now we move ahead. We are now at page 104, which basically says graphical representation of motion. Now the distance time graphs, if we see for a motion with uniform speed, we always say it is a straight line. Okay, it will always be a straight line. For a non-uniform speed, it will be a curve. Okay, it can be any kind of curve, but it will be a curve. Many times in the exam, question will come, they will give this figure and they will ask you which type of motion is this. So you have to write it is uniform. And similarly, if they give you a curve, okay, if they give us a curve, then you have to write it is non-uniform motion. Okay. Now, one thing is there. Suppose this is a distance time graph. Okay. And this graph basically tells us what is happening at what time. For example, in this, if there were values written, suppose this time is in seconds and this distance is in say meters, 20 meters, 30 meters. So suppose at 10 seconds, suppose at 20 seconds, I want to know where I was. So and if I do it like this, then I was at 30 meters. So this tells you the value basically what is happening. Now suppose this graph, if we see here, this is a distance time graph in which this line is parallel to the time axis. Okay. Now if I ask you what kind of motion is this? Okay. So if you think about it carefully, at 10 seconds, this is in meters, the object was at 40 meters. At 20 seconds, the object was again at 40 meters. At 30 seconds, the object again was at 40 meters. At 40 seconds, it was at 40 meters. At 50 seconds also it was at 40 meters. So what kind of motion it was? The object was basically stationary. It was not going anywhere. Okay, it was stationary. खड़ा हुआ था एक जगह पे. 40 meters पे था, he remained at 40 meters. Okay, so this is one type of motion. Now suppose this is a speed time graph. Speed time graph. And again, in this line is parallel to the say time axis. And if we see at 10 seconds, the speed was 20 meters per second. At 20 seconds, the speed was at 20 meters per second, and so on. So what kind of motion is this? Some children answer this question is again, sir, he is at stationary. No, he is not at stationary. If you see, at 10 seconds, his speed is 20 meters per second. At 20 is also 20 meters per second. At 30 also 20 meters per second. So that means this is uniform motion with constant speed. Okay. This is uniform motion with constant speed. So that's the motion it is. Okay. So you remember to distinguish between that. And so now sometimes they will mention a word known as slope. Okay, they will ask you what is the slope of a distance time graph, or what is the slope of a speed time or a velocity time graph. Whenever this kind of question comes now, just remember one thing, whatever graph it is. For example, they ask you what is the slope of a distance time graph. So distance upon time. Distance upon time is what? Speed. So slope of a distance time graph will give you speed. Similarly, slope of a velocity time graph, if velocity's unit is meter per second and time is second, so what do you get? Meter per second square. So slope of a velocity time graph will give us acceleration. Now if you open page 107, there is a question. First question is, what is the nature of the distance time graphs of uniform and non-uniform motion of an object? What is the nature of distance time graphs? So that we have discussed of uniform motion and non-uniform motion, that you can write. Question number 2, what can you say about the motion of an object whose distance time graph is a straight line parallel to the time axis? Whose distance time graph is a straight line parallel to the time axis. That also we have just discussed, so accordingly you write that. And lastly, question number 3, what can you say about the motion of an object if the speed time graph is a straight line parallel to the time axis? Again, this one we have just discussed. Speed time graph is a straight line parallel to the time axis. So these 3 questions on page 107, and the 3 questions on page 103 will be as homework. I will again write them down for you, and I will also be sending some theory. Question number 4 we have not done right now. That we will do later on. After I have to teach you a few more things, then only we can do that. Cheers.